Hello? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode from Red Eye Stories. Today, we are reading part 2 of My Son's Cell Phone. Sorry it's been a while, but I recently come down with a bit of a sore throat and, well, it just didn't sound the same. I know some of you are wishing that'd be better, but... So, if you have not seen part 1 of this, be sure to go watch that, then come back to this one and see what happens. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's go on with the video. My Son's Cell Phone, Part 2. Story by Connor Gatchell. Narrated by Red Eye. I looked at my son with fear in my eyes as he said once again, "Dad, isn't Mom home?" I was at a loss for words. I looked up at my friend and told him, "Watch my son. Make sure nothing happens to him." Then I ran to the truck, looked back at him, and started to tear up, thinking that his mother was gone. I then drove all the way back to my house. Before I got out, I remembered that I have for Magnum right in my glove compartment. Thinking it would be the fastest and best way to do this. I pulled out the gun, and right there, I began to get another call. I looked at the phone. It was my son's name again. I answered and didn't say anything. I only listened to the words,
"I know you're here. You can't save her. You can't save him. The only person you can save is yourself."
I was so angry. I threw my phone back into my coat pocket, ran inside, busted open the door, to only find that my house looked as if a tornado blasted its way straight through there. I was even more disgusted when I saw that there was blood dripping from the ceiling. I began to go upstairs when I heard a noise from the kitchen. I thought it could be my wife. I thought it could be the imposter. If it was him, I would kill him on sight. I then ran into the kitchen, aimed, and saw no one. I walked in, looked around. Then when I couldn't find anything, I turned back to the door and stopped suddenly in my tracks as my son's face appeared right in front of me. Although it looked like my son. But it wasn't him. It was It was the imposter. He looked like my son, but he had red, glowing eyes, devilish-like, and a face indescribable, smiling. That's all I can say. You would have to see it for yourself. I backed away from him, remembering that I had a gun. I aimed and fired. No effect. I used my next 5 bullets, shot him in the face, in the body, even one right in his neck, but nothing. It's like he couldn't even feel it. He then walked closer to me and said again, "You can't save her. You can't save him. And you should have listened." He then grew twice as tall, looked me dead in the eyes. A tear started to form down my cheek as I knew what he was about to do. In one swift motion, he stabbed his hand right into my shoulder, and then again into my stomach. I fell to the ground, asking him, screaming to him, "Why?" He then kneeled down before me, gave me a smile, got back up, and then walked over to the window. As I bled to death on the floor, I expected him to give me some villainous bullshit where he would explain his plan. Ew, the superhero. I'm running out of time. His skin, it started to flake off and melt onto the floor, as if he was the beast from the old thing. I was disgusted. I started to puke up blood. He turned back around, and to my horror, it was like I was looking in a mirror. He knelt down beside me again and said, he said, "Your son's next. Don't try getting up." I screamed in agony as he plunged his fingernails right into my chest again. Then, finally, he walked away. I tried to get up, but it was no use. I tried to call my friend to warn him. There was no signal. I began to cry again. I realized that my keys were missing. I thought that he took them, and it was confirmed when I heard my car begin to start up. I cried. I pulled out my phone again and began to record, which brings me to now. I'm lying on my kitchen floor, bleeding to death. if anyone is to hear this, let it be released to the public. Not to know what happened to me, but as a warning to tell people that there's something out there that can look like you, talk like you, look like your family members, sound like them. If you get a call from someone who you saw only a few minutes ago and they're saying to you that they're in a different place, hang up and try to remember if there's anyone there with them. Just be careful. And if that thing ever hears this, I hope one day you burn in hell. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, the story. Thank you for listening once again. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more scary stories. All narrated by Red Eye. All stories by Connor Gatchell. If you have any questions or suggestions about any other stories, please put them in the comments below. And Red Eye will see you in the next video.